I'm going to show you why I love this solar panel case so much for these flexible solar panels. So keeping them protected is of the utmost importance. Having a case like this can save hundreds of dollars in damaged solar panels. With this deluxe solar panel carry case, there are certain features that really make it deluxe in my opinion. The first thing is the size. I can actually fit up to about 10 flexible solar panels in this just fine. It will only fit flexible solar panels up to 42 inches in length. There are some flexible solar panels that are 48 inches. So keep that in mind. Make sure that they're not longer than 42 inches. One of the things I originally disliked was that the case was wider than the actual solar panel. That's for a specific reason. When putting solar panels away, it can be quite tricky to get them inside the bag actually. But because this zips down here on the edges and has this edge, this gives a spot for the solar panel to actually lie down in, like so, and it covers about half of the solar panel. Now what makes this so nice is that then it's very easy to slip it all the way into the bag. Like so. I really appreciate having this wider section here that has this lip. And when it's in storage, it just folds over, staying nice and compact. The other thing that I like is these straps here. Now they look like handle straps for easy carrying, and they can be used that way. But I find it's easier to put it on my shoulder. And they're big enough so that way they don't dig into my shoulder and are very easy and comfortable to use. The other thing I like is having this handle right here in the middle of the case, because when this is over my shoulder, I'm actually able to put my hand on this and alleviate some of the weight off of my shoulder and put some of that weight into my hand. The other thing I like is this pocket right here. I generally don't use it too often, but it's really nice when I need to throw some cables or some lights, adapters, or whatever it is right inside here. And then I know I'm not missing any of those parts because they're with my solar panel. I've had many other solar panel cases in the past and some that I've kind of jerry-rigged together. One of the things that stands out on this one that I don't see on the others is this wide webbing right here that comes all the way up to be the handles. Because this goes all the way down to the bottom, it has support all the way through, rather than just being sewn in right here. That'll often cause the bag to bunch right here and eventually these seams to fail. So now I'm going to put away all of my solar panels into here from this panel stand. So generally what I'll do is I have the first solar panel right here, and it doesn't matter if it's facing up or facing down, but I alternate on which side the junction box is. Now one thing some people will often do is they will connect these MC4 connectors back together when storing their panels so that way they're easier to manage. I do not recommend that. The main reason is because as soon as these come back into light, they're going to be making power. And if they sit out even for just a little bit, that power can be caught in here and actually short circuit out the junction box. So I always keep mine disconnected, just hanging inside of here. Now once I'm to this point, I've got all 6 solar panels in here. The easiest thing to do is just to grab the whole thing and lift it up. And as I do that, the solar panels will slide all the way down in. This keeps them nice and stacked evenly, all the cables in the same spot, and you can see it comes right up to the edge of the zipper here. And then very simply, all I have to do is fold this back over, zip it up, and now I'm ready to go. You very easily, very safely pick this up. All the solar panels aren't getting crunched or damaged in this whole process. And I'll show you. Take the shoulder strap here, put it just over like this. And you can see on here, it's nice and wide, so it's not hurting my shoulder. And again, I got that handle right here, so if I need to alleviate my shoulder a little bit, well, I can just lift this up and it offsets the weight a little bit. This will easily fit up to 10 flexible solar panels. And as you can see, I can easily walk around and have no worry of this breaking or having any issues because of how strong these straps are right here. So the other thing I find really handy is reusing this foam that comes with the solar panels. Every single solar panel I've ever bought comes with some type of foam. Now usually it's this plastic kind of spongy foam. So what I like to do is I'll repurpose this and I'll put this in with my case. The only downside to this is it does take up more room. So it makes it a lot harder to get all 10 solar panels in. Generally, if I'm still trying to fit 10 solar panels in, I'll put about 4 to 5 of these in, and then the 10 solar panels. And I'll put this in every couple of solar panels. That way there's a little bit more protection inside. Really, the best option in my opinion is just to take 2 of these and put 1 on each side of the solar panel so it's sandwiched in. And that just better assures that I keep my solar panels in good working condition. Solar panels are a big investment, and so not taking care of them when doing something as simple as this and having a case could protect hundreds of dollars worth of equipment just seems silly to me. So I highly recommend repurposing this foam, slipping it in with the solar panels, and keeping them well protected. So in my family, we like to go camping quite a bit, and this makes it really easy to get from the truck all the way to the campsite, because often we can't pull all the way into the campsite. So I sling this over my shoulder, and if I need extra panels, then I have another one of these cases, throw it over my shoulder, and I'm off carrying them. It's very easy to move around, and it allows me to still have my hands free if needs be. Now, one of the main reasons I like to use this is to keep the solar panels protected. Because they're flexible solar panels, it's easy to want to pick it up by one hand, and that just pinching the cells, sometimes you'll hear cracking. And that actually means you're damaging the cells, which will greatly reduce the efficiency of the solar panels. So we don't want to do that. So one of the other things that I love about this handle is when I finally get to wherever I'm going, I can easily grab this handle right here, and it kind of pulls the bottom out, and it allows me to easily set it right onto the surface that I want to put them on. And then from here, very easy, unzip, half fold, and start taking them out one panel at a time. Now again, it is recommended to treat these panels very gently. It is easy to want to just grab it and pull it out. I always recommend having 2 hands on, and usually on the corner. So working the corners like this gives me a little bit of space to where I'm not actually touching the cells, which means I'm not going to run that risk of squishing and cracking them. I've never had a problem either just grabbing this junction box and carrying it like this. That's the only time I really carry it one-handed, is when I'm holding it by the junction box. I hope you found this helpful. I really do love this deluxe panel carry case. It really makes it so I'm not worried about damaging my solar panels as I'm moving them around. It also does a great job of keeping the dirt off of them. I store them here in my garage, and I often do woodworking projects. And there's a lot of sawdust that builds up in here, and this makes sure that they stay perfectly clean the whole time. I really hope you found this helpful. I love this deluxe panel carry case. If you want more information on it, please visit poweredportablesolar.com, where you can find detailed information on this, as well as other great information about portable solar in general. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment on your thoughts on this if it's something that you would use, or if you use other things for carrying your solar panels. Don't forget to share with your friends that would be interested in something like this. And as always, click that bell button and subscribe for more great content like this. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next time.